Well, the beach is officially open for the championship match. The #1 and #2 seeded teams. And this is the matchup that everyone was hoping for, and they get it. One team started well and finished poorly. The other team started poorly and finished well.
Well, I think both teams have been playing well in this tournament. Smith-Stoklos got behind in their semifinal match, but came on very strong, and I think it's key they do not get behind this team of Karai and Steffes.
So the #1 seeded team of Karch Karai and Ken Steffes look for their second straight win of the year over St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos. They beat them convincingly in Hawaii in February.
Well, I'm not sure right now Smith and Stoklos think they can beat this team. They're playing so well. They're in mid-season form, I think. Karai's playing well. He's here for the whole season. He's not missing any tournaments. And Steffes, really the young stud on the tour. He is awfully strong.
Good look at Karch Karai, 1992 ranking, #1 in the world. And he is 32. His partner Ken Steffes will be the youngest player in the game at 24. The other two players on the other side are both veterans in Smith and Stoklos.
Well, actually, Stoklos, it seems like he's an old-time veteran. He's the same age Karch Karai is, 32. They are very strong. A lot of experience on the court, and Steffes plays above his years.
All right, let's talk strategy quickly. What does Smith and Stoklos have to do?
Well, I don't think they can get behind early. They can't let the serving of Karai and Steffes get to them early. I think they will test Randy Stoklos early. That's Karai and Steffes. So Randy Stoklos starts out well. I think it could be a great match.
Off the earlier semifinals, do you believe that Karai and Steffes have to be considered a heavy favorite here?
Well, I think off the Hawaii results, you have to consider them, but different tournaments. Single elimination, they're not playing as many matches. Both these teams are fresh, so there's no fatigue factor here. It's going to be the best team that will win.
So it began as 8 teams. It's down to 2. $50,000 in prize money on the line in this tournament. As Kirk mentioned a moment ago, single elimination, 1 game for all the marbles. And that's the way it really works out best.
That's the way it should be. That's the way I like it.
Well, public address announcer Sam Lagana is warming up the crowd as the players complete their warm-ups on the court. Terrific turnout for the first ever event here in New York City. 215 tons of sand. And even the dancing man, Marvin Hall, one of the officials, is getting into his act. Now there's Sam Lagana, the PA man, introducing the players to the crowd.
His teammate is ranked #4 in the world. 17 years on the Pro Tour. Out of Pacific Palisades at UCLA, Christopher St. John Smith. The opposition, the #1 seeded team in the tournament. This gentleman, too, is from Pacific Palisades, and he hails out of UCLA. He's 5 years on the AVP Tour. Please welcome Ken Steffes! His teammate in his 7th campaign out of UCLA, currently ranked #1 in the world, from San Clemente, California,
So the crowd is ready and the players are ready. St. John Smith will serve first.
Bruce, people wonder why UCLA has won 13 national championships at the collegiate level over the years. Well, there's 4 players on the floor that played for UCLA. Or is that on the sand here in the Garden?
Players with last-minute discussions. It looks as though Karai and Steffes are ready to receive. They are dug in.
And they are really playing well. Marvin Hall, he's the umpire in this match down. Dancing Marvin Hall.
And there's Jim Leonard, the ump referee for this championship. We are ready to go. St. John Smith will put it in play. Steffes to Karai, blocked by Stoklos. Great dig by Steffes. And Steffes with the kill.
Why they are so tough. Good block by Stoklos. Great reaction that time by Steffes to keep the ball in play. Watch how quick he gets there. Off then he makes the move, gets the ball up, saves the play, and pounds it.
Good hustle by St. John. And a well-placed ball by Randy Stoklos.
Bad pass right off the bat by Randy. Randy Stoklos, not a good sign, but a nice save by St. John Smith.
Stoklos, and it hits the net.
See the difference in the serving of these two teams. Karai, Steffes, they go to the jumper most of the time. Floaters for Smith and Stoklos.
Kirk, in their meeting in Hawaii, it was a blowout in the final, wasn't it?
Well, it really was. I think Steffes and Karai, they struggled early in the tournament, had 3 one-point wins getting there. Then when they got to the finals, they did what they had to do and won convincingly 15-3.
St. John Smith, 1992 ranked number 4 in the world. Karai, nice kill.
Took a little off that ball, went up with his arm swing, took a little off, hit it cross court.
Steve Timmons talks about this man, Kent Steffes, says he's like a 6'8" guard in basketball who can post up, dish, and run the floor. That explains his versatility, doesn't it?
No one.
It explains his body fat, too. He is solid, 218. I was talking to him. Hit the weights heavy the last 2 years, and it's really paid off for him. He is just strong as an ox.
Stoklos will serve, still no score. We're playing with a 9-minute rally clock. And the well-placed ball by Kent Steffes.
Something Steffes did in the earlier match. Went down the line with off speed. Smith read it, but he stopped. He started moving, knew he couldn't get it, stopped. Nice play by Steffes.
And another serve hitting the net, this one by Karai.
So Karai starts out right away, missing his first 2 jump serves. That is good for Smith and Stoklos. The closer they stay, the more chance they have of winning this match.
Good serve by St. John Smith, the dig. And Steffes, good dig on the other side by Stoklos. He gets it on the set. And a dig by Steffes. And this time a dig by St. John Smith. And St. John wins the battle of the duo at the net.
It's a nice dig, both teams. Ball goes up, it's dug right on top of the net. It's the joust won by Smith. There it goes. The joust is going to come right now. They go up, they push, they shove, it goes down. Smith and Stoklos.
First point of the match, 1-0. Karai hits the line. Volleyball Monthly Magazine, 1992 AVP MVP, Kent Steffes. Smith. Oh, Stoklos with the definitive kill. Did it by the line? No, just down by a little bit. And St. John can't believe it.
Nice set by St. John. He bumps it up. Stoklos goes for the deep corner, just out of bounds.
Steffes, good serve. Smith. And St. John keeps it inside this time. It's a side out.
Randy Stoklos, big guy, weighs a lot, got a lot of body on him, has sweet hands. Could have been a great setter indoors, I think, if somebody would have trained him that way.
Steffes, again, he goes down the line with the winner.
But he's going down the line, and when St. John moves toward the line, he goes cross court. So he is seeing St. John. If you watch these hitters, they'll take a look across the court to see where the defender is just before they make their attack.
1-1. Out. That ball was not out by much. Pretty good judgment on the part of St. John. I guess when you live on the sand, you know the difference of an inch.
Yeah, very rarely do you miss a serve by a lot. I mean, they're going to be close most of the time.
Blocked off at the net. Smith trying to get the ball deep to the court where it was open. And then the kill by Karai.
You know, not a bad idea by Smith, but against this team, Karai and Steffes, they are really fast in the sand. Hard to make it work. Not a bad idea. Most teams that's down. Karai gets it, sets up on top, and he sprays it past the block.
Stoklos gets it back, and he goes wide. So a side out. Oh, a point that is for Karai and Steffes, and they lead 2-1. Good dig by the big man Stoklos, and then he scores with the kill.
Well, nice serve that time. He eased up on it. Stoklos barely got his hands on it. Good bump set by St. John Smith. Probably the best of that's ever played the beach game.
One serving two. Steffes back to Karai. And he scores with the kill. Side out.
Well, Karsh Karai, indoor player. You live to see a one-man block in front of you indoors. Here on the beach, normally one-on-one, the great hitters are going to go around the block.
Karsh with 2 Olympic golds in '84 and '88. Led UCLA to 3 national championships, 79, 81, and 82. St. John Smith, and he works it through the hands of Kent Steffes for the side out.
Nice high hit by St. John. Likes to move the ball around. Not a big arm swing, but he certainly, left alone, can hit the ball hard. That was a nice one off the block.
St. John very confident in talking before this match, saying that he and Stoklos were healthy and ready to win some tournaments. Steffes with the spike. And another side out.
Well, I think if Karai and Steffes get on a roll this year, if nobody beats them early, it's going to be very hard to beat them as the summer moves on.
Well, this is early. Might as well go after him. Dig by Smith. Bump set. Fine block by Karai. And the call by referee Leonard. Jim Leonard called a double hit or a carry.
He called a bad mishandled ball. Here it is. The ball's dug, and it actually is a good call. Stays in his hands a little long. It comes off his shoulder. Not a bad call. The players never like that. They want the play to go on. Here you see it from the angle. See how it comes out? He's going one way. The ball goes the other. They're going to call that most of the time.
One, two. Spike by Karsh.
St. John Smith getting his hands on a lot of balls right now, but not digging them up. After a while, he'll get a beat on that, and they'll start popping up in the air.
Karai hits the net.
A lot of errors for Karsh Karai early in this game.
St. John Smith will put it in play. 4 service errors for Karai thus far. Steffes setting up Karai. Oh, beauty.
Right now, it looks like Smith and Stoklos decided to go at Karsh Karai. And he puts it away cross court. Not an easy player to stop.
Outside set to St. John Smith. And St. John just out. So a point for Steffes, and it's 3-1. Tough to come by points early. Ooh, what a serve.
The jumper coming right at you, right on the line. Great shot that time. You can see what the players see. Not enough time to move.
Terrific ace by Steffes, and an early lead, 4-1 for Karai and Steffes. There's the duo that won in Hawaii, Karai and Steffes, and they knocked off this team that they're facing today, Smith and Stoklos.
Well, they're really steady. Early, really late season form. Early they go up. As they do time and time again. Karai with the block. They're just a very, very steady team. They are going to be extremely hard to beat this year.
And last year they were pretty tough to beat with 16 wins, including 13 in a row that tied the all-time record set by Greg Lee and Jim Menges. See the legend?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Lee and Menges. Brings back memories.
A kill by St. John Smith and a side out.
It's important right now for Smith and Stoklos not to let this game get away. With the time clock, you've got a problem if you get 5 or 6 point down.
Steffes.
St. John read it right. He just eased up thinking it was out. A great shot. He sees this all the way. He's on a full run, thinks it's out, just grazes the line.
So Karsh will serve 4-1. A kill by Stoklos.
I like it when Smith brings him to the inside, toward the middle of the court, sets him there, gives him both ways to go. Nice hit.
That's where Stoklos played his best in the semifinal match, right in the middle, whether he was blocking or spiking. Rye, and the kill by Karch. He has been very effective offensively in this match.
Take a look at what the defender sees. He's back. Nobody there. Big cross-court angle by Karai.
Smith outside Stoklos. Dinks and effective. Randy Stoklos trains in Santa Monica, California. Karai blocked in his face by Stoklos, and that's where he was effective earlier today.
Well, Randy kept moving in time and time again, trying to take the cross court. This time he gets it with his left arm. Big point.
Oh, Stoklos nets it, and it's side out.
You know, he's got a hard job. He serves, has to run in and block. That time he was moving probably a little bit too much before he hit the serve.
Karch Karai won the King of the Beach Invitational at Daytona Beach last year. The true King of the Beach. Stoklos to Smith. Back to Stoklos. And the kill.
A great save by Randy Stoklos. You can see Sims and Smith. He set that ball, and it was about 8 to 10 feet off the net. Sims and Smith was not happy. Saved by his partner. That's good to see from Randy Stoklos. That's the hardest play if you've had shoulder surgery. He says he's fine, and I think that proves it. He extended and got that ball by the block.
Steffes, oh, he made a great move there. Stoklos came high in the air, and he went to his left and cleverly dropped it.
These players jump very high. You talk about a Michael Jordan in the NBA, or the size of these players. They go in the low 40s, 42 for Michael Jordan, I've read. There are volleyball players that jump near 50 consistently.
And an ace by Steffes.
Same thing right down the line. He's having great success. But the passer, Stoklos, just cannot make a move. He doesn't have time. His feet go right on the line.
5-2 lead. Smith with a bump set. And a strong kill by Stoklos inside the back line.
You know, after you've had some surgery, I think Randy Stoklos will start feeling better every time he plays, every time he swings. He'll get more and more confident as the season goes on.
Stoklos became the first player to reach the $1 million mark in career earnings when he won the tournament in Honolulu last year. But an error on a serve, and it goes over to Karai.
Well, there are two millionaires in beach volleyball winnings, and they're both on the same side of the court here.
That should bode well. Stoklos right through, hammering Karai.
I think certainly Steffes has a chance of breaking all those records if he can stay around. He's young, he's strong. I don't think Karch Karai will have enough time to break it. I think he, because of his national team stuff, will not have enough years to break that record. But I think Steffes has a real good chance at it.
Karai, cross-court kill. He has been very effective.
I think, Bruce, we should also explain there's going to be a lot more millionaires because the money keeps rising. The prize money gets bigger every year.
24 events. It's a very long season to stay healthy from February to October.
Of course, you have the soft sand to land in. It's not like playing on hard wood. That's a big difference.
Helps the knees. Stoklos. Dig by Steffes. And then the kill by Kent.
Well, he's just so confident now as a young player. He really shows confidence, goes up, digs that ball, nice control. Sure helps winning, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. 6-2 the lead for the two Ks, Karai and Kent Steffes. Here's Stoklos. He finds the corner.
Doing a nice job of going over the block deep, finding the corner, as you say, cross court.
This is one match for the championship at the Evian Indoor Single Elimination Tournament. And that is called a carry on Karai. It was a little bit long and stay in those hands.
This is called sucking it in when they set a ball like that. You take it up by your head, bring it down by your shoulders, and then take it back out again. Way too long. He didn't even look back. He knew as soon as he let go of the ball, that was a throw.
Ken Steffes, Karch Karai. Dig by St. John. Steffes with a smart play, sneaking over the net and just popping it over. And Karch says it was Steffes' maturity when he came back from Italy, which allowed them to reunite.
That was Karai that came back from Italy. He had played over there for Il Messaggero. Won a championship in Italy. He's won them everywhere.
Karai, and a double hit called against Steffes.
Jim Leonard is being consistent. I mean, that's a marginal call there, but he is being consistent with these calls.
6 for Coach Karai against Steffes. 4:20 remains. Will take a turn. I'm Sam.
You judge in slow motion. Does this ball suck out of his hands? That's marginal. That one probably should not have been called.
Well, at least the players like the consistency, and they're getting it, and it's a 6-4 lead. Steffes and Karai on top.
This event being successful will mean that there could be a whole winter tour, and one of the guys was joking, Mike Whitmarsh, who has trouble with cramping. He said he may just drop off the summer tour and never have to deal with the sun on the winter tour.
Bruce Beck, Kirk Kilgore, Madison Square Garden in New York. Championship match of the Evian indoors. The AVP Pro Beach Volleyball Tour comes indoors to New York for the first time. 6-4 the lead to Karch Karai and Kent Steffes, the #1 seed in this event. St. John Smith puts it in play. Well, Karch has been finding nothing but clean sand in that cross-court shot.
And he's going cross-court 90% of the time right now. Stoklos keeps moving over, and he still keeps going cross-court. So we'll see if they can make him change.
Stoklos outside St. John. And he gets it just inside the line.
Well, St. John has made that shot thousands of times at a lot of speed, right down the line. He sees the defender moving, still too good right on the line.
Karai over the outstretched arms of Stoklos.
You could hear Steffes that time yelling, line, line, line. He yells, line, 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 right here, telling his partner where the defender is. He means he's cross court. Go line is what he's telling his partner.
Side out. Karch. Yes, he gets the line. That ball drops. All of a sudden, it just came down.
It works somewhat like a curveball in baseball. The ball's spinning on top, it bottom drops out of it, and it's spinning down as it comes across the net.
7-4 off the ace. Tries another. St. John, he hits the tape. And it's a side out.
Funny looking shot. He sort of drops his elbow and whiffs the ball over the net, over the block, and it goes right in the corner. Doesn't matter how it looks, it's where it lands.
It's amazing how these players use the entire court. Karai. Steffes back to Karch.
He continues to go cross court. And St. John was digging cross court. Randy was blocking cross court, and he still put it away.
Kill's been unstoppable, Kirk.
Look at Randy moves in, and then really St. John's right there. Karch just had a better shot than they had a defense. But Randy's got pretty hands. You want to watch someone set. Watch Karai, watch Stoklos. They have really pretty hands. Very soft. Ball comes right up there for the hitter and hangs there.
Steffes with the kill and a side out. Well, this is the last match of the day, and players were saying earlier that if you play a couple of consecutive days, therefore you get those deeper holes and more of a problem. But this sand 8 to 10 inches hasn't been a problem up till now.
Well, there really hasn't been that many matches. One-day tournament, and they're 15-point games. Certainly playing so many matches does not disrupt the court that much. You find those holes right about where the hitters approach, and it makes little valleys that you have to jump out of, basically. Nice play. Set right in the middle. Smith has the whole court. Goes again down the line, right into the corner.
3:33 left in the rally clock.
Cross court, cross court, cross court. Tip down the line.
Why not? Mix it up a bit.
How do you do that? You hit a ball a bunch of time. You get the defense set where you want them. That means the hitter's in control. He is the one dictating the pace.
Once again, first team to 15 wins, or if the rally clock expires and one team has the lead, that team will have the win. Here's St. John Smith. And St. John with the kill. Again, straight down the line.
We're down to 3:22 on the rally clock, a 9-minute clock, and 7-4. This one's not going to go to 15, I don't think.
The ride blocked by Stoklos. Great dig by Steffes.
Boy, are they hitting a lot of lines, I'll tell you.
He gets the benefit of that one. It caught the line.
Well, great play by Steffes. He gets it up. Nice set. High ball by Karai, giving Steffes time. Playing a little bit lucky right now. A lot of tape shots. I said certainly they practice hitting the ball close, but it's getting a little ridiculous right now. They're hitting time and time again.
7 serving 4.
Not that they need a lot of help either.
Stoklos had nowhere to go. Smith was in the back line with him. And it's 8-4 off that big serve.
You're really in a lot of trouble if Stoklos and Karai are getting breaks as well as the fact that they are the best team on the beach right now.
And when they get in front, they're tough.
Well, it gets very difficult with a rally clock. That's where you really, if you get behind 5 or 6 with 3 minutes left, you need to score some quick points. Now, Smith and Stoklos, they've been there a few times. They don't like the rally clock. I think St. John Smith's certainly been outspoken about that. He feels that it's hurt he and Randy's game because they can play a long match.
Steffes outside Karch and through Stoklos with the side out. 8-4. Kent Steffes finished first in the Grand Prix bonus pool last year at age 24. Here's St. John Smith. St. John with the kill. And side outs at this point, Kirk, will not benefit this team because they've got to get some points.
Certainly takes time. The plays take 7 to 14 seconds depending on how it goes. And you really can't side out when you're behind. You get around 2-minute mark. You must score points to get back in the game. Boy, cross court, he just keeps going there and going there. Randy's going to move in so far, he's going to have the whole line to hit, and all of a sudden he will change.
Karai, terrific athlete, once finished second in the Superstars competition. Here's the set. Stoklos, fine play.
One thing he wasn't great at, slam dunk contest. He was in basketball. He never played it much. He started playing volleyball. His dad, Laz Karai, started him at a very young age. Dr. Laz Karai started at 5 or 6 years old with Karsh Karai.
He was miscast in that slam dunk competition because he couldn't dunk.
And he's a great jumper. I mean, he's 6'4", jumps in the 42-plus range. So
back-to-back digs there.
Oh,
and there, the kill from Kent Steffes.
Kent Steffes is back to serve.
Smith hits it, goes down the line. Great one-arm dig. Goes up. Steffes with the big kill.
And another serve by Steffes that was too difficult to handle. And the lead blossoms to 9-4.
Well, after a lot of service errors early in the game, Karai and Steffes now serving tough and scoring points. Does not look good.
Steffes also has those 2 aces. Went for another, but it was just wide.
Randy Stoklos looking at the line, looking down the line at Steffes, sort of going, yeah, you finally missed the dumb thing.
Rally clock to 2:25.
I think I actually cleaned that up, Bruce.
The ride, blitzing it by Stoklos.
Well, I talked about him going cross court, cross court, cross court. He has both shots. Here you see it. Randy way inside. Karsh just goes down the line.
St. John Smith outside Randy Stoklos. Blocked, but to no avail by Steffes, and a side out to St. John.
I think in order to beat Karai and Steffes, the team's going to have to come out and serve extremely well for a whole game, because they steady out, they pass well, they both hit well, they block well, they just do it all.
Steffes, and he goes cross court following Karai's lead.
Well, that was not a good set. The ball went behind him, actually. He reached up and hit a big angle cross court. Very impressive.
Much tougher when you're set up off balance, isn't it?
Well, it really is. You take your approach because you're used to your partner setting it a certain way. That ball went behind him. He has to back up, reach up, and the ball's over your head. You don't really see where the defensive is, where the defenders are.
St. John will get it back. And a clever dink by St. John Smith, side out. Changing direction in the sand is like changing direction on the clay in tennis. 20 kills for Karai to lead all players.
Well, obviously, Smith and Stoklos wanted to go at Karai. He's just cross-coursed him to death.
Steffes will serve, leading 9-4. St. John Smith back to Randy Stoklos. A dig by Steffes. A save by Karai. Now St. John Smith goes outside to Randy Stoklos. Blocked back in his face, but out of bounds.
Again, great digging by Karai. Steffes sets it up, runs it down. That's what they're doing well. Smith and Stoklos really are having to work hard for their points, and that's not a good sign. Good play by them. They move the ball around well, but look how hard it was to score that side out.
A minute 32 left. So that time really a factor now.
And you'll see Smith and Stoklos go to the jump serve. There's Karai, 5 unforced errors. Really pretty even. It's amazing. Karai Steffes hitting hard and doing what they have to do. I think serving has been the difference.
Karai. Good dig by St. John. And Smith gets it across. Steffes kill. Demonstrative.
But your problem is you make that great play, you give him a free ball. Steffes knows what to do with it. Great up that time. They bring the ball off the net, Stoklos, but it's a free ball. Steffes stands there. Karai sets it perfectly. He pounds the ball cross court.
Back in the hands of Karts Karai.
They look awfully smooth, Bruce. I'll tell you, they're not making a lot of mistakes.
They haven't yielded a point in quite a while.
We saw they're leading in unforced errors, but they've all been on side outs, not on points.
Steffes. Dig by Smith, and a dig on the other side by Steffes. A dig by St. John. Set to St. John. And he's got it. Great point.
Best rally, I think, of the game so far. Both teams playing good defense. Nice position by St. John Smith, putting that ball away.
Exactly 1 minute to go on the rally clock.
2 balls, 2 stands left, right?
And a timeout taken by Smith and Stoklos. 20 seconds, sand timeout.
Nice, great up by Steffes, showing quickness, getting up. St. John Smith right there to dig it, doing what he does best. Nice set by Stoklos. Smith, tipper over the middle, and a long rally. Good time to go to the off speed. He puts it away. It's not good enough to side out, though, Bruce.
Oh, the youngsters are enjoying themselves, deeply entrenched in the sand. Easiest babysitter there is. Steffes got it. They have been unyielding every time the opportunity for Smith and Stoklos to score.
Well, they're really passing the first ball, like the serve, really well. You have to get up and serve tough, and if you don't, you're going to lose.
Smith with a pretty bump set. Good hustle, Steffes. And Kent with the kill.
Well, Karai and Steffes just look quicker. Every time the ball goes up, one of them gets a hand on the ball. Steffes gets it up. Look at him move. Gets the ball up. Karai sets him nice and high. Gives him time. Big swing again, cross court. But boy, they look quick.
And when you talk about quickness, you talk about the ability to bounce back off the sand, back up and make the play.
Once you go down, you have to get up quick, and your partner gives you time to do that. But You learn to make all those moves every day in practice.
Look out. Karai winning the battle on the net. Smith had it deflected off of Ken Steffes' hands. What about the practice that's involved in that?
Well, things have changed over the years. At one time, you used to go down to the beach and play all day long every day. Now the players lift weights and then they go down 3-4 days a week. Practice for 5-6 hours on the sand.
A clever dink by Karai, mixing up those cross-court kills with a little bit of a dink.
Again, he's been going cross-court the whole time. This time again, right over the top. Nobody in the picture to play defense. He just is doing what he wants to do every time he hits the ball.
Down to 32 seconds, and it's starting to look as though Steffes will be 2-0 in tournaments this year.
Well, really, right now, Smith has to go back and just give it the best jump serve he's got. They don't have time to play around. You have to go back and hit as hard as you can.
Is there any such thing as a delay game with 26 seconds left on the clock and you're leading by 6?
I think no doubt about it. If we were outdoors, Karai and Steffes would pass the ball higher. They just keep it in play. They can do that. Make the rallies last as long as they can. They want the ball to go back and forth.
Ball bounces off the net and out.
Ball hit the antenna. The antenna, the barber pole up there, is out of bounds. If you hit that barber pole, it's out. Good serve again. Ball goes up, hits the antenna on the way out. That makes the play go over.
Stoklos. Oh, what a get that was by Steffes. Stoklos to St. John. Steffes again, a diving dig with time running down in this match. And the rally clock is over. And this match is complete. Karch Karai and Ken Steffes with the victory. 10-4 as the rally clock expired.
They started out slow, then they steadied out. Smith and Stoklos could not score points. They had to work too hard for the side out. A great win. They look awfully good, Bruce. Here it is, last point, just like the match has gone. They're keeping the ball in play. They know the rally clock's going to run down. Just hit it up in the air. The clock goes down. You win the match and the game. What a great win. Again, they look awfully mid-season form, I'd say, right now for Karai and Steffes.
Undefeated so far this year. The victory in Hawaii, now the victory at Madison Square Garden in the Evian Indoor. 10-4 in impressive fashion. Karch Karai and Ken Steffes. We'll be back with more in a moment. Time for the killer loop kill of the match. This was one of the longest rallies in that championship. And watch the dig here by St. John. But in just a couple of seconds, you'll see Ken Steffes get set up for the big killer loop kill. And here it is coming right at you. Final score 10-4 as Karai and Steffes win the championship. And they are now 2 for 2 in 1993. Ken Steffes, first of all, looked early on as though you set the tone with some big serves.
We had a couple big aces down the line against Randy, and that kind of broke the game open. And then we just sided out and held on until the clock ran out.
Of course, it looked like your serve was off a little early. I know Kent was good. You missed a few, kept them in, and then all of a sudden you clicked in. Is that what happened?
My serving was horrible, but luckily when one of us is in a bad slump, Kent told me, hey, you got to keep hitting that serve, and eventually you're going to get some points, and I did. And if he gets in a bad streak, usually he doesn't, but if he does, then he has to do the same thing. You got to keep hitting it hard, and that's the way we score points.
What's your strategy now with the time clock? Do you try and get a big lead early and then milk it? I mean, slow things down. Does that help, or you just go for it?
Well, actually, they were doing most of the slowing down because they were float serving. We have a strong, hard game. We jump serve every ball, so we don't try to waste time at all. As soon as it gets down to maybe the last 50 seconds, we'll start slowing up. Towards the end, I floated it to waste a little time.
Okay, your maturity as a player, is it really evident the last 2 years? You're hitting the smart shots when they're there. You're making the right plays. Is anybody going to beat you guys this year now?
Oh, I'm sure somebody will, of course. I mean, it's a strong field, and we're only 2 for 2 now, and there's 25 more events.
But, Karch, they always say it's tougher to retain than attain, and after last year winning 16 tournaments and 13 in a row, what do you do for an encore? How do you prepare yourself mentally and physically?
We try to beat 13 in a row. We've got 4 in a row, 2 from last year and 2 this year, so we're working on a new streak. We got 9 to go to tie it.
All right, what'd you think of the Garden? Final thoughts?
Oh, I love the Garden. It is awesome to play inside.
All right, guys, congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
We'll take a short break. We'll come back and we'll wrap it up in the Evian Indoor in just a moment. Dum